Okay, Mayor Joe Bishop, thanks for coming on Cenla Update Exclusive.
Hey, thank you, Steve, for having me today.
Congratulations, though. You had a resounding victory over 70%. I'm sure you're pretty happy and
Yeah,
celebrating.
and it was great, having 74%, having the citizens of Pineville trust in me and my staff and administration to continue moving the city of Pineville forward in a positive manner, so I'm excited about this.
Uh, Tell us how campaigning is for the mayoral race compared to all the other ones that you've done, city council and police jury. It's got to be a
Well,
little bit different.
yeah, a little bit different. Once again, when I was on the city council years ago, it was just small footprint of downtown Pineville, District 1. And then later on in life, I ran for a Rapides Parish Police Jury, and that was larger than the city of Pineville because it encompassed the city of Pineville and it went all the way out 28 East to Colleen, Palmer Chapel, Williams Lake Road. So it was a large footprint from there all the way back to the downtown Pineville.
So, kind of a brief history here. Long story short, you took over as mayor. You were appointed by the council
Hmm.
after there was some controversy with the previous administration. Before then, was the mayoral position something you always looked at? Did you want to be one?
Yes, absolutely. When I was on the city council, myself and Clarence Fields both got elected at the same time in 1998.
Yeah.
And Clarence was mayor pro tem at the time. And that's why he moved up to mayor at that spot.
Okay.
So I served on the council 10 years and decided to run for police jury because Mayor Fields was doing a great job. And then later on in life, things took place and I was able to come back and make my full journey to return back to where I started my political career.
So you didn't really have to think too hard about it when the
No,
opportunity
exactly right.
came up.
Opportunity knocked on my door, and I was ready for the calling.
Okay. And you were about to serve your first full official term.
Yes, correct. So
Okay.
we take over July 1.
I know you can't predict the future. You never know what's going to happen, but is this something you want to keep long term?
Yes, most definitely. I'd love to finish out my entire career here as the Pineville City Mayor. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to be working with a new council too. I mean, if you look at the people there, it's going to be almost completely different. How do you feel about that? And what do you think of the makeup of the council that we know so far?
Well, I really feel good about it, okay, because, the council's a 5-member board, okay? The police jury was a 9-member board.
Mm.
So it's about just working with, all your, I call it fellow jurors or city council
Mhm.
members and keeping them informed of what's going on, okay, in your city and also in their district. We have a budget to live within, okay? The city of Pineville's budget is just rounded off at $24 million a year. Our fiscal year starts July 1 each year. And as long as you live within your budget, you surround yourself with good key people, okay, good department heads, informative council members, and letting the citizens know how their tax dollars are being spent, on a monthly basis.
I know, making sure that the ditches are clear and the roads look good. Those are some basic things that a mayor does, right? And those are important.
Yeah.
But like on a more macro sense, what is your vision for Pineville? What do you want to see happen?
Well, Pineville is growing, okay, and I'm also looking to of expanding the footprint of the city limits of Pineville. But also, too, when you do that, you have to think about your services
Mhm.
that you offer. Okay, it's water, garbage, trash, sewer, police, and fire. So if you go out too far, you got to make sure you have fire protection. You have to have a fire station within so many minutes, okay, to reach them residents or businesses. So you can't reach out too far, then you'd have to go build I'm already looking at building a fire station, okay?
Mhm.
But I don't wanna have to go build 2 fire stations because you have to man that 24/7.
Where do you want to build it?
I'm looking out at the Kingsville area.
Okay. Where at?
Well, that all the land is very, high dollar out there, so I'm looking at maybe annexing some property, maybe working with some, business that might already have property that could sell the city of Powell maybe a half acre.
So annexing from Ball or
Well, I would like to look out maybe going out towards, the Tioga area, maybe
okay.
to the Tioga exit, you have the, industrial park there behind Procter& and Gamble,
Mhm.
might consider trying to take that in, and also too, the service road behind, the old, Colburn's Plumbing Supply by
Mhm.
the Clico building. Clico owns 127 acres right there, and hopefully that's gonna be developed one day, and that could be an industrial park, and we could take that in.
So towards Max into
Yes, 167 area to the
167.
Tioga exit, yeah.
Why do you want to do that?
I just growth, business, industry, and capture tax dollars,
Mm.
okay? I hear from everybody, don't go up on taxes, and that's what I'm trying not to do, is bring in new tax dollars to our city. That way we don't have to go up on sales tax dollars.
How does that process work?
It's going good, okay, because you bring in, more ad valorem taxes when you, bring in, a piece of property, whether it's a homeowner or an industry, okay? And then when they start buying products and stuff, then they start paying city sales taxes, or if they selling, something, that customer's paying city sales tax. So that goes into the general fund right there.
How does it work though, annexing property?
You'd have to go and talk to the people and make sure they want to come into the city limits,
Okay.
okay? And tell them what kind of services, okay, that you can offer and bring to them. And if it can balance their books and they can work with it for as police and fire, garbage and trash, sewer and water.
One of the main things that we kind of notice for the past couple of years is the Main Street revamp. We've seen a lot of private businesses set up shop there. We're seeing more and more. Your thoughts on that and what you'd like to see happen?
I love Main Street. I've always had a vision for downtown Pineville, and as you notice, I started bringing festivals downtown Pineville to the flagpole.
Mhm.
As a matter of fact, I reached out and got a grant from the Red River Waterway Commission. Okay, $1.6 million they're going to give to the citizens of Pineville, and we're going to build a pavilion there at the flagpole, similar to what Natchitoches has on their riverbanks. So it's going to be 70-foot wide, 50-foot width, okay? And, so this is great. We was down there last week putting out survey stakes, working with Pan American, seeing what utilities we have to move, and hopefully we'll go out for bid on that project this year.
What can you attribute to the success of some of that revamp in Pineville?
With the downtown development district offering, little, grants for facials, soffit on the, business on Main Street,
Mhm.
also a lighting grant on the business on Main Street. I think that's up to $3,000 per business. A lot of business owners are taking advantage of that grant, and that's great. So a lot of people, younger people, are coming in, buying up these older buildings,
Mhm.
putting a new facade on 'em, and people are taking off. The younger people are excited about it. We're having car shows on Main Street now. You got Hemingway House, Little Chubby's, and several more business there. A lot of college students from LCU come out and participate on the weekends for the car shows and everything else. There's a lady fixing to set up some artwork and teaching people how to paint. So I'm really excited about Main Street growth.
I hate saying things like this because I just never know. Somebody like, well, what about this area? Well, there's no like real places just to go and walk and
Yeah.
do things in central Louisiana. So if you kind of look at what's happening on Military up to, Polway Express,
Yeah.
Palmettos, and you go down to the Jackson Street Bridge, it looks completely different than when I went to college there in
Yeah.
2011.
It's great, and like you said, all the way up to Palmetto's there, so the students from LCU can walk, bike, hang out on the riverfront. We put picnic tables down there. We put some barbecue pits on the riverbank. We want people to get out, feel safe in their communities, and come to downtown Pineville. We have Fort Randolph down there, a great state park. I'm working with Billy Nungesser about some of the Central State Hospital property as we speak, maybe hotel, motel with a convention center over there. So I'm excited about downtown Powell, but also too, the Edgewood Drive, 28 East, 165. Lou and Laura's is fixing to open up the end of July. They excited about that. Buckets Restaurant, Calle Fuego. All these businesses are really doing good in Pineville right now.
What do you want to see more residential? I know there are homes on the Main Street area, the downtown area, but do you want to see more younger people moving out there? Is
I
that a
really
good thing
do.
to say?
I really do. Last year we condemned over 25 homes, okay, in Pineville. And so we creating a green space for somebody to come and buy these lots up and build a starter home, something you can go and buy a lot, build a house, and you're probably looking about combination lot house about $220,000, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, and that's great. And that's what we want to do. We want to plant that younger seed back into Pineville
Mhm.
and let it grow. And we got great school districts in Pineville, Pineville Elementary, J.I. Barron, Leslie Moore, the junior high, the high school. So yeah, we're just trying to get younger people to come to Pineville. And also too, we're looking out for our senior citizens too, you know. So if they need a spot and somebody's wanting to come and do a senior living, come knock on our door. Let's talk.
The same kind of area, of course, is Central State Hospital. We've always heard talk of something happening there for, I guess, decades now. Looks like you might have some movement, though. What
Yeah,
are we
we
seeing?
we do have some movement. Mr. Teddy Ray Price, okay, he purchased some property over there. He's fixing to start his. He's working with his architect right now. He's fixing to start his administrative office. That he's moving all his employees from Winfield to there. I want to say it's 40,000 foot heated square foot building. Okay, we're excited about that, and also too, I got some developers looking at central property, maybe for a subdivision. Also, like I said, working with the lieutenant governor,
Mhm.
great friend of mine, and he also endorsed me. Man, that was a great shot in the arm, you
Yeah.
know. And maybe even possible a golf course if somebody's wanting to come and look at putting one in through the rolling hills of the property there at Central.
Yeah, it's pretty. Whenever you brought Lieutenant Governor Nungesser there, what did he say? What was his thoughts?
He was excited. As a matter of fact, I just got off the phone with his office. They called me, and he's coming back to town. And one, I can't remember the date. I have it written down, but I'm going to pick him up at 10 a.m. on Saturday morning, and he's wanting to go back to the property.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Uh, I know you mentioned some different things, but if you had, the cards to make it whatever you wanted, what do you want to see Central State Grounds as? And how many acres is it
It's
completely?
right under 300 acres, okay? I wanna say it's about 330 or something like that, okay? Just from the lake coming t into Pineville, okay? That's not counting the property out in the Roe Gully area, what they call the hog farm area and stuff, so just talking about the old hospital site, so like I said, about 330 acres. I mean, you don't go anywhere and find that in that kinda spot, right there, off of Main Street,
Mhm.
165. You got, 3 bridges coming into, Pineville, Alexander Pineville, working together, okay? We're right here in Central Louisiana, and we have good hospitals right here too, so I'm looking for a subdivision, also something, like you said, maybe with some pubs,
Mhm.
maybe a golf cart community in that area or something, golf course.
And Huey P., the hospital there?
UP, okay, so the hospital belongs to LSU,
Mhm.
okay, so that's another different animal there. We met with them. We're asking for a little over $1 million for them to tear down that facility, turn it back into a green space where we can go after more development for that property.
What's been kind of the holdup when it comes to developing Central State and all those areas? Is it just different government agencies owning different parts or the red tape? What?
Yeah, it's just the red tape, it's the old buildings, the money it costs to tear down one of them old dormitories is about $350,000, okay, because of asbestos abatement and everything else, okay? We're working with state lands on that property right now. The session just got over yesterday, so I'm gonna try to set up a meeting with the governor. I spoke to him last week. He was excited about maybe trying to turn this property over to the city of Pineville, but also asking him too to please remove the buildings, and that would help us just for turning it back into natural ground.
Not really in the budget for the city to tear down the
No, no,
buildings.
absolutely not. This
Yeah.
would bankrupt our citizens, and the citizens shouldn't have to pay for this kind of demolition because it's the state's buildings. Okay.
Yeah. What is the goal for the end of your first term? Some things that you'd like to get done the first 4 years.
Well, the thing is, okay, I've been working since I've been his mayor, okay, for the 17 months. From day one, I've been working with the legislatures, okay, to get money to remodel the Pineville City Court.
Okay.
As you notice, it looks like a shoebox. It's a small footprint. And just for this past Friday night, I received a phone call from State Representative Mike Johnson to tell me, Mayor, good news. We moving forward with the project and everything. The money's being approved.
Wow.
So thank you, Mike, Ed Levidain, Senator Luno, Senator Womack, the entire crew that stepped up to the plate to make this happen for my administration. Okay. So we're going to be able to expand the footprint on the Panama City Court, also build a new police station there in the parking lot. beside City Hall. So this is about a $7 million project.
And you got all the funding for it.
I have about I got to come up with about 1.8.
Okay. So you got to find some matches.
I'll find some matching money, okay, and also working with the legislature next year.
Okay. When do you think that project will move forward? We'll start seeing it raise.
Well, as a matter of fact, I already met with Pan American, our engineer, about that. So we got to come up with the design of the police station and sit down with Judge Gary Hayes, also Pinewood City Marshal Murphy Rashow, and let them get involved in this project on the Pinewood City Court and find out what they need over there. And like I said, hopefully we get it designed up in a few months, and maybe we can go out for bid by the end of this year.
So it's going to move forward now.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. I'm sure you're pretty
Uh,
about that.
I'm excited, and also the employees are excited about this too.
We were in there a couple of months ago, city court. I mean, it's cramped to
It
say
is
the
cramped.
least.
It really is. When I was a kid, it was a drugstore.
Was it? Okay.
Yes.
Wow. So new police station
Yeah.
and expanding the city court.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly right. I'm
Breaking
excited.
news right here.
I'm excited about that. I really am for and I think our citizens would be excited about for our employees. And also too looking to build a new fire station for our firefighters.
Awesome. Okay. So
And also we got a new fire engine coming in, probably March of next year. Yeah.
anything else before I let you go?
No, that's about it. Pine was we got our foot on the gas with Pinewood, so get on board and let's stay positive.
All right. Mayor Joseph Bishop, thanks so much.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much for having me.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.